This is Heat Live. Yes, y'all. That is your final score. The Spurs take the 2-1 lead in this 2013 NBA Finals. Thanks to a 113-77 shellacking of your Miami Heat. A little bit of everything in this one for the Spurs. But boy, they were headlined by some unbelievable.
He was obviously a year ago when he played and some of the other series that we've seen. And in this game tonight, he was settling for the jump shot and kind of just giving in, not really trying to go to the basket that much. And when he did go, it just seemed that they clogged up the middle. They didn't give him much space to get to the basket. So he went to the outside, and a lot of his shots weren't close. He got on that 9-point run toward the latter part of the third quarter to give him decent stats for the game. But he was struggling all night as the Heat were, fighting from behind. It seemed like he was doing the same thing with his jump shot. He was just out of sync.
It seemed as though San Antonio's focus was to put as much attention and pressure on LeBron so that he becomes a jump shooter. And if he doesn't take them, he doesn't get anybody to be honest, and when he doesn't make them, it's a struggling night like this.
His whole career, when he's usually hot, he stays hot the whole game. He usually has a very good game when he's energetic. Excellent drive to the basket over a big on a reverse layup. He was playing well in that first half. He had 8 points in the early going. When the Heat were down, he brought him back. But as we mentioned, the Heat never had the lead in this game. And fighting from behind wears you down physically, psychologically, mentally. We saw it a lot in the Indiana series where the Heat, when they weren't playing well, they were fighting uphill. It seems like you're always fighting uphill when you don't have the lead or you can't get close. But D. Wade, the second half, some of his shots were not close. It's not like they went in and out. You got the feeling when he raised up that he was not going to make the shot. And, his whole career, you never felt that way. And I'll tell you something else, Jackson. Well, one thing is very perplexing to me. I can't remember the last time the Heat had a fluid game. The last game was pretty good, where they had a fluid game offensively on fast breaks.
And his shooting, that guy did not miss any of his shots on the edges. The ball was finding him in a nice way, Coach.
He was, yeah. And he was down 11, and they had that 12-1 run and came back and tied the score. And then it was the Spurs who ended the quarter well, going up 6 at halftime. But there's the tie after being down 11. So he'd fight all the way back from that, and then that crazy three from the right corner there.
Here's the All My Sons move of the game before the half. That's Mr. Neal doing exactly what Coach was talking about. He hit 9 of 17 from the edges. That is one of them, and that was a big one. Let's go to the third quarter after we take a peek. Oh, look at that. Right there, he wasn't doing anything else but elevating and making. And he's still fighting in the third quarter off the Bosch offensive rebound. By the way, did we mention he had 10 rebounds, by the way? Miller, trifecta, you betcha. And then Miller yet again, another three. Get that ball to 13. He had 15 points in the game. I said the Heat were still fighting. Cole with some hustle. That's how you get it. This rip to LeBron out of the pocket of Shuttlesworth. 2 steals, by the way, for Norris Cole to the fourth quarter. Just too many threes, Coach. Neal and Green doing it again.
Yeah, there he is from like 28, 29 feet over Birdman, 6'10". There's another one coming after Heat closing out by Danny Green. Just an outstanding shooting night by the Heat. They won by 19, lost by 36, 55-point turnaround.
That's amazing. 24 points for Neal, 27 points for Green. They combined for 13 of the 16 record-breaking threes that San Antonio made. The start as the San Antonio Spurs got out to an early lead. Yeah, it was loud in that building. They're so glad to have a finals game in there. First time since 2007. But a 4-point lead after one became a lead that could not be pulled back by the Miami Heat. They were down 37 in this game. They lose 113-77, and some amazing shooting. Not from the likes of Tim Duncan, not from Tony Parker, but how about Gary Neal? How about Danny Green. These guys were absolutely awesome. The others getting it done for San Antonio on way to this massive victory that was nothing but special for a team returning home, looking to grab control of the series, and the Spurs did that. We'll see you again on Thursday. For Crotty, Reed, Fiorentino, I'm Jackson. Good night, South Florida. We'll see you on Thursday evening.